I had a situation like this too. Like, I was working at the hotel, and the guest checked in with his mom, and it was like winter. To be honest, the guy super interesting, super charismatic, and it was during COVID, so it was like going between provinces for like moving to Ontario to New Brunswick. And anyway, we keep talking about like COVID and stuff, and we keep just talking and talking. And he stayed at the front desk for like 45 minutes, check in his room, come back later, and we exchange like IG and stuff. And it was just like, let's just keep chatting. You're really interesting and blah, blah, blah. So we keep chatting, and like, I was interested first. No, he was interested first, and he kept me interested. And suddenly, like after 3 or 4 days, he said like, oh, I really wish you were like lying next to me in bed right now. And I was just like,
Oh shit!
bro,
Oh damn! Oh shit!
yo, no, like we've
He's
never
like,
been on a date
yeah,
and everything. Like we spoke on IG for 3 days, like just calm the fuck down. And he sent me a selfie, and I was just like, okay, bro. And he was like 40. The guy was like 38. And I was just like, yo, that's okay. So when he came back, because it was like 2 weeks in New Brunswick and he needed to go back to Ontario, when he came back, he was like, can we go out and stuff? But it was during COVID, so nothing was open. And I was just like, yo, I finished work at 11 p.m., but we can take a walk around. And I live in a really suburban like place. So we walk through a neighborhood, like there's nothing else. And it was super cold. And I was just like, I don't want to go, but I kind of have no choice. But like, I don't want to. So we like all like the time during the day was trying to like make moves, like taking my hands on my arms and stuff. And I was just like avoiding it and stuff.
6 feet, motherfucker, 6 feet.
And like, and he was talking about like his life in Ontario and stuff, and his female neighbors that has problems, and he helps her and stuff like that. And I was just like, yes. And after an hour, I was just like, okay, I'm gonna go drive home. And he was like, oh, do you want me to go with you? And I was just, no, that's fine. I'm not gonna show you my place when you have an hotel room there. Like, no fucking way. And when I told him after the date, I voice memo him, and I was just like, yo, it was fun, but we are not, like, I don't see you much more than a friend. But let's keep in touch. If I'm in Ontario, we can meet up for dinner something soon, but like, I'm not looking for a boyfriend and blah, blah, blah. And it was like, okay, fine. Thank you for the heads up and stuff. And the next morning, he made a Twitter account and likes my old tweets, like from like 4 or 5 years ago.
Before the thirst trap or after?
Before, but like,
Long scroll.
and it was like it happened in 2021. So he likes like my 2018, 2017 tweets, and he started to
How the hell did-
spamming me on.
That's a lot.
But
This man scrolled himself to the past.
That kind of reminded me of a time when one of my girls I was talking to, she liked it, one of my old ass photos from like 4 or 5 years ago, and I brought it up to her attention. I was like, damn. I was like, you were like sneaking around my Facebook? It's like, why did you end up liking this old ass photo? And then this fucking girl legit messaged me back. She's like, you haven't looked good in a long ass time. I was like, oh shit, that was
Yeah.
But you know, it was not only.
No, she has sarcasm. So just the fact that she said that shit, I was like, oh shit, touche.
But it was not like
What is
only
doing that?
one.
I'm impressed.
It was not like only one tweet. It was like I had like 100 notification, and it was because I blocked him on IG and Facebook because I didn't want to talk to him. So he made a Twitter and like he made 1,000 alert on my phone. So yeah, so I was traumatized. I was just like, bro. So yeah, that was my story.
Ghost Master.
You know what you should have done, Rosaly? You should have, when he asked you like, "Yo, can I go with you home? Like, can I walk you home?"
Mm.
You would have been like, you should have been like, "Okay, sure," and then just casually walk to the police station. Like, hey, that's where I live.
But you know, it was not like wrong. Like it was maybe creepy. But like I thought like doing the human thing and being frank and not let him like, because I don't like to play with people. So like after the first date, I was just like, okay.
You don't like to play with people, but you told him that you weren't looking for a relationship right now.
Yeah, I was not looking for a relationship.
That's the wrong way to say it, because you just gave the guy false hope.
No.
Because now he's like,
Yo,
oh, well, maybe later she'll change her mind.
First. I told him that I see him like a friend, and then I was not looking for a relationship.
That line right there is where you messed up, because now the guy think that later he might have a chance. But that right there just gave him false hope, Rosaly. Because you gotta remember, guys will fabricate the shit out of things.
But after that, you block that person on everything. And you
block him on everything. Yeah.
And
then you think a sip will stop?
I learned my lesson though. Now I don't engage with anyone. It was the last time I went on a date with a guest at my old job. That was the last time. Because sometimes I will let the guest like ask me out and I will go like have dinner with them. So I don't have to pay.
Like, oh man, I just got off my shift. I'm pretty hungry. I didn't get to eat. I got a date though.
It could have been worse, man. They could have sent you like $1 through Venmo just to send you a paragraph, right? It's fucking hustle over here.
But yeah, I was like, you know what? I thought after 30, the guys will not be creepy and stuff, but I was too naive. I was too naive.
Majority of guys are like that. When you give them a sliver of hope,
give him an inch, take him on.
Yeah.
He's probably lonely because it's COVID. His girlfriend probably left him.
I don't know.
He had no physical contact for like months because 6 feet.
But I still feel now, like I was listening to a French girl in a podcast, like a Quebec podcast, saying that like where I live, guys doesn't like shoot his shot on girls anymore. It's more like asking for the IG, sliding in the DMs, than when you like see a girl at a bar, hit her up. Instead of when she go to friends visit back, she get like guys coming in and flirt directly with her and ask her out and stuff. So I feel for me, it's mostly like that what happened. But I don't go out anymore, so I don't know how the nightlife is. If people still approach others, or they just like give a drink and ask for the IG for later on. But she was saying that.
You want me to lie to you first, to be honest?
Mm-hmm.
Most boys are trained and taught that if you ask for a girl Instagram, Snapchat, it's a lot more easier to obtain than their personal phone number.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Because a lot of things can be linked to your personal phone number that you usually have to think twice whether you give it out or not. For an example, you can search through a person's LinkedIn, their Facebook, their Snapchat, their Instagram, all because you got their personal phone number, right? So if you're asking a girl for their personal phone number, it's more of a commitment. But if a boy asks a girl for either their Instagram or Snapchat, it's easier for them to think because it's as simple as unfriending them and removing them, that they never had to put up with them again and block them. So a lot of boys nowadays are trained to ask for that instead.
Yeah, instead of flirting directly,
because most likely you're gonna obtain it more easier. That's the truth.
That's the world we live in now.
That makes sense. And do you think it's also because like social media is such a big part of our life, plus like dating app too? So people don't know how to approach in real life?
No, it's because you have to think about it as the fact that like when a person's asking you for money, if you're asking a person for $1,000, you have to think twice. If you ask a person for $100, it's less of a commitment. It's easier to obtain back. But that's a crazy number. Let's just say you ask a person for $10 as opposed to asking a person for $1. You give the person $1, it's easier. You can make that dollar back really easily. $10, you kind of have to think twice.
Okay, I understand. Okay.
It's less of a commitment. So when you ask a girl for like just things like that, it's like they're not afraid of like giving that out because they could just ignore you or block you or unfriend you. It's very easy to detach yourself away from that person. You'll never see them again. You'll just give them the handle because you have thousands to hundreds of fucking followers on there anyways, on your Instagram or your Snapchat. You'll give it away pretty fucking easily, especially when you have it set up that they can't message you unless you follow them back. See, they're smart. So you'll subscribe to their shit or whatever, but they'll never give you a time of day. That's their way. That's their way of saying that I'm not interested in you. If the girl doesn't follow you back or anything like that, that's their way. So it's easier. It gives the girl an easy way out, but it also gives the guy, an opportunity to still have the chance or the way to actually message the girl.
Because you think it's more hard to approach a girl in real life than by DMs.
You're talking about me
in general. I'm generalizing.
Okay. Other people, yeah, it's a lot harder. I met more shittier, simple-minded simp guys in the world who has no fucking courage to do anything in their life, who has to think twice before they even send a fucking message, or overanalyzing it, or fucking like they just stare at girls and that all they do is just stare. There's more. From my experience, there are more less confident guys in the world nowadays that I bump into than fucking confident guys. The amount of simps that there is out there and fucking lack of confident guys out there, it is fucking insane. And I have a lot of friends to see I know a lot of people to see that there's not a lot of confident guys. This day, now in age, that most of the time guys meet girls is fucking like through Valorant or fucking through Instagram or shit like that. Not even Tinder or Bumble or anything like that. Guys are so fucking like, the amount of lack of confidence that guys is nowadays is insane. So cold approaches or going approach to a girl face to face, they're scared shitless, especially if the girl's at work or anything like that. Girls don't get approached that often nowadays by guys nowadays. Cold approach, physical approaches like that. Virtually, like internet, yeah, sure, they'll send them a fucking meme or some shit like that. That happens all the fucking time. But there's not a lot of put it this way, it's proven right now, and it's already rated that there are more single guys out there in the world right now, all the way up to the age of 30. There are more single guys out there. Girls, there are more girls that are taken and in a relationship than there is boys. And then the rate and ages of boys losing their virginity, it's in the 20s, like the late 20s. That's crazy. Because for a girl, they're in their teens, like 14, 15 years old still. Like girls losing their virginity. So that tells you something. That it's fucking... That answers your question, basically.
I took some 20 years old boy virginity. Still better than when I was a teen. Way more better.
Trap his ass, I'm gonna trap his ass, I'm gonna trap all their ass.
I don't even know how you're okay with that. Well, you're a girl. You're a girl, so it's okay. But for me personally, when a girl's a virgin, I'm always like, fuck, I'm gonna mentally scar this girl for the rest of her life.
Like that's what I like. It's like the virgin guy doesn't have the pressure on of a virgin girl. And I like that was like a fantasy of mine. Like
to take a guy's fucking virginity away?
Yeah. So we can.
I just renewed my V card recently. If you want it,
fuck you. You're such.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm trying to do.
No, but yeah, it was a fantasy. Like it was a guy from New York. I went on a vacation, and yeah.
You mean a New York trip that you were supposed to come and visit us?
Not that New York trip, but yeah. And I was just like, bro, that's gonna be the best weekend you're never gonna experience. It's like a challenge. I'm gonna show you stuff you never experienced before, and I'm very glad and happy to be the teacher. And to let you explore, you know, I think it's amazing.
Mommy, right?
You just ruined that dude's life.
No.
Now, if he goes and be with another girl, he's gonna realize that, like, damn, she doesn't move her hips like Rosaly. Damn, she doesn't suck like Rosaly. Huh? That's interesting. This girl just plays dead the whole time, and I have to do all the work. Not like Rosaly, where she just wrote me like a fucking role. Is sex is supposed to be like this, or was this only with Rosaly? That's like a haiku right there.
Like owning a Lambo.
You just ruined that dude's life right there.
Like
you show him something fucking crazy, something phenomenal, and then after that, now when he goes to fuck basic bitches, he's gonna be fucked for life. And he will be like, nah, I'm never touching a fucking basic bitch ever again. This bitch better be wild. See? You set the standard way too high, Rosaly. You ruined that guy's life.
Is it not better to have like the best experience of their life once, but like experience it like 200% than having boring sex for all your life?
Talking to me or other guys?
Man, it's a two-way street. Either you or your partner have to make it interesting, or else it's gonna be boring.
Nah, trust me, because
for example, if you're with a dead fish, just smack her a little, like, "Hey, wake up! You gotta do something. You gotta shake those hips. You gotta shake the ass, pat them cheeks."
Imagine if she said, "Since when are you into slapping, boy?"
Jay, I'm just saying that some girls, when they're that boring, they never change out of it. They don't.
If I'm bored, you know what? The tricks. I'm gonna give you a tricks, girls. If I'm bored.
Oh shit! Hold on, let me get my notepad ready. Oh,
yeah,
girls?
For the girls.
Oh, fuck that. No,
you're bored, but you want him to just go doggy so he doesn't see your face. And you don't have to do anything. Just be there and scroll down your phone while he's not even seeing it.
Scroll down the phone? Are you fucking serious? She's right over there on Pornhub looking up fucking other ways that she could be doing this
like,
with.
You cram the bag though. You give him some like goodies so he doesn't need to see or hear you.
No, he needs to hear her. You got girls, if you're taking notes, make sure you make some sort of sound to at least let him know he's interested. Like every 4 or 5 seconds, drop a in there, you know.
Twerk a little bit. Like every 7 pump, twerk, you're gonna be fine.
Yeah. And yep. Mm-hmm. And then like if he leans in and he says, "Oh, I didn't know you were into moaning," right? Then just tell him to stop, right, Rosaly?
Exactly.
If he starts talking to you, yeah, just
if the guy is talking to you and evaluating you and your action, just tell him that you like to fuck in silence, like in a church.
So Gray tells you what not to do during sex part 4. That's what I should have called this.
And you're just pretend you're Han Solo, here to free these sexy rookies. You know? Try to make the gargling sound like.
Yo, that reminds me. You know Futurama.
Oh boy, yeah.
I have so
much. All right, Fry. Go ahead, Fry. What are you gonna say, Fry?
I have so much like memory of weird like alien sex. that make like noise like this.
God, yo, come on, let's go snoo. You want to snoo? Oh my spirit is willing, but my body is not. More snoo. Oh shit.
It's
that was like the most memorable one. With me with that fucking snoo thing. Death by snoo. What snoo? All right, let's move on to the next question. Okay. Rosaly Story kind of dragged us off topic, but it's okay. It's good. I like that. Okay. Tell us a situation created because you guys made a choice way too fast. So I went on bad dates too, just like you, Rosaly, right? Because I agreed really fucking fast. I'm like, fuck it, why not, right? And I went on a date with this girl that my friend hooked us up with. And the reason why I agreed, because my friend, she was saying that like, oh, she's your type. And I was like, she's my type? And then she's like, yeah, she's your type. And I was like, I didn't think I had a type, to be honest with you. Especially with all the girls I've dated. I dated a fucking Poland girl, a Brazilian girl, a fucking Vietnamese girl, a Chinese girl, a fucking Mexican girl. I didn't have a type. So I had no idea what she was saying.
You're Mr. International.
Mr. Worldwide. Darling.
Yeah, she was not your type because you didn't think that you had...
No, she was. No, my friend said she was my type. So she told me that she's my type, which I was kind of surprised. That like, I was like, the fuck? I don't have a type, but okay. So I went on a date with that girl. Now I'm trying to remember because I got cut off in the story. So I went on a date with that girl, and the date was fine. I remember we went to Applebee's and shit like that. And in the middle of not the middle, but since like almost throughout the whole date, the subject of relationship came to be. And apparently, when she asked me about my exes and stuff like that, like, I was like, I don't know. I just kind of went on about my ex. I didn't go that far, really. I just said like, yeah, my ex, she's great. My exes. I usually speak highly of my exes because my exes, they're like, I still love them when I was dating them and stuff like that. I don't really bash on my exes that often. But honestly, I would only date one of my exes back. I wouldn't. That's the only ex I would ever date back. And then it was her turn, right? Because she asked me about it. I was like, that's kind of weird. Why the fuck would this girl bring up a subject about previous relationship? So I made it short. Passed it to her. This girl, throughout the whole fucking Applebee dinner, talk about her ex so fucking much. Even I started missing the dude. Yeah, I think she was like getting over him, right? And then, or something like that. So I asked her, I was like, damn, wow, crazy. I just kept saying shit like that, like, damn, wow, crazy. And then I finally got to interrupt her while she was talking. And I asked her, I was like, how long ago was this? Or because she was like, oh, I dated him for like 4 years, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, damn, how long ago was this? Like, how long did you guys break up? And she was like, oh, it was like a week ago. And I was like, oh, shit.
Yeah. About a week ago.
Yo.
I was like, immediately I started laughing, right? Just like the way I am now. I was like, well, you just broke up with your ex a week ago and you're out here with me. That's what I was thinking in my head. And then because I laughed, she got offended. She's like, why are you laughing about it? It's like, that was actually kind of traumatizing for me. And I was like, so I just looked at her and I straight up said to her, I was like, look, I know I kind of agreed to this date kind of really fast and stuff like that, but you really got to think, or at least in my opinion, right? I'm going to pay for this meal and then I'm going to leave. But I just want you to think, how does it sound to sit there in front of a person that you're going on a date with and all they did was talk about their ex? And it's like, you talked about your ex too. I was like, because you asked me about him and my previous relationship. And I don't even know your favorite color. And so she's like, oh, so what are you trying to say? That I'm not over him, that I have baggage or something like that? And then the waiter came and got the check. And I was like, honestly, I don't even know. That's what I told her. I was like, I really don't know. So I left, right? I left after that. We didn't exchange numbers or anything like that. I went to go meet my friend. So I said to her, I was like, what made you think that she was my type? And then she was like, oh, because she's she's short, she has glasses, she's like petite and stuff like that. And I was like, I thought you were into girls that's like that. And I was like, from what example? And then she's like, I don't know, just the girls that I've seen you like kind of dated. You only ever met one of my ex or seen one of my ex. And then she goes like, oh yeah. And then she's like, yeah, I thought she would be a great fit. So then I told her, like, this is what she did during the whole entire fucking Applebee's. And then she's like, what, really? All she did was talk about her ex? I was like, yeah. I was like, yo, I'm never going to agree to anything that fast ever again. She's like, so she asked me, like, so why do you like petite girls? And I was like, because I like Kit Kat bars. And she goes, what the fuck? You like petite girls because you like Kit Kat bars? And she's like, yeah, can you explain? And I was like, sure, I'll explain it. Kit Kat bar is the type that you'll break and then you save some for later. Oh,
Nice.
That was perfect.
she looked at me, she's like, I get it. So that was a mistake I made for agreeing to something really fucking fast. That was a horrible date. Thank God it was just Applebee's. Go. Fucking affordable. Whew.
Terrible food.
Terrible food though.
Tried there.
Do you have some, guys? I have so many.
For me, it's the bike trail.
So for you, it's the bike trail?
Oh,
Go on.
You gonna retell it? Okay, so
No, I mean, you don't have to tell us what happened during the bike trail, but why was it a situation?
because we were both feeling it at the moment, and she decided, hey, let's do it right here. So I looked left and right both ways on the trail, make sure nobody was around. I'm like, all right, let's do this quick.
Yo,
All right,
that's quite nice. No?
That's pretty quick.
For me, it was with one of the girl I was seeing, and then like we were watching Devilman Crybaby. There's a shit ton of sex scenes right on the first episode. That was the first mistake.
Was this a hentai?
Oh my god! Okay.
I was not expecting that when he said
No, because I knew the girl that he was talking about the moment he said that. I was like, oh, her. All right, go on. Oh, no. Is that it? You want to go more further, deeper into it? We can go to Rosaly.
it went on.
Yo, I was thinking about the question while we were talking, guys. And at first I was like, oh, I don't have like stuff.
You never made a decision too quick.
But I realized that most of the time, that's what I do. I don't really think before acting.
It's too quick.
There we go.
I bought a brand new car, in the same day that I visit the person, like the car shop. The dealership, without thinking about it, and it caused me a lot of trouble when I broke up with my ex, and even today I'm still paying for the car even though I don't have it. Yup.
What?
Doesn't it sound familiar, guys? Sound like someone we know?
What do I do? Most
Rosaly,
of my
Rosaly, I paid for additional 3 more years of my ex's car that I don't have. So
yeah,
I know how you feel.
But in April, it's gonna be over. I'm gonna be over with it. So.
Oh, I already paid that bitch off. I don't give a fuck. I'm fucking. She traded that car in. That's the sad part.
Oh, that's sad.
Yeah. Well, I was with her for 8 years. So
same. Like we bought the car together. We were together for 6 years, and there was our name, both of our name on the contract. So when we broke up,
same fucking shit with me.
So you know how it is. I rebought the car.
So I was stuck. I wanted her to refinance it and then put it under her name, but her fucking credit was shit. So I was stuck with it.
Yeah.
And no one else wanted to take it over, so I was stuck.
Yeah, I took it over, but like a few months after, I had an accident with it, and I lose the car.
Ouch.
But then you'll get it. Oh wait, no, that's a U.S.
But
rule.
the assurance gave me a bill of the value of the car, but it was
total.
Yeah, but I still have needed to pay the difference because it was not paying all the car, only the value.
No, you don't.
I have to. So I needed to.
What? No, that's why you add gap insurance to pay for the difference.
Yeah. Okay. So I rebought the car for example, at 20K. Okay.
Yeah.
It's a 2017 car. I rebought it in 2018, 2019. Got an accident in 2019, but the car was not all full paid. But in 2019, the value of the car was not 20K.
Depreciate.
It was 13K. So I received a 13K check of the value of the car for 2019, not for 20.
Yeah. And then the gap insurance covers the rest.
We don't have it. I don't know what is a gap assurance.
Yes.
Oh, that's what I'm thinking. I think it's only a U.S. thing. I think that's why.
So I don't have a gap assurance, so I needed to pay the difference. That was not that bad. It was 6K, but it was money that I didn't have, so I needed to. Yeah. And I didn't have car, but I found my way out. So this is one of the biggest choice I made very quickly that was create a fucking big situation. I think every choice I made are very quick, very spontaneous. All my tattoo, it was very not predictable, it was on the spot. All my road trips or what I'm doing outside is
in New York at a wedding. You want me to
go? So yeah.
Ruining of a guy's virginity.
It's not just about sex.
He can just he could renew his V card. I mean, I did it. I can't see why he can't.
I mean, I don't think.
That was pretty tough, Rosaly. I'm sorry you had to go through it. I went through it too,
yeah.
so I know how you
feel.
It
was not that tough.
It's not like he can unfuck her.
No, I'm not talking about the virginity part. I'm talking about the car part, you idiot.
And I think I have other I feel like every binge of depends that I'm making, or every thing that I'm buying are very that put me in debt more and more, are things that I'm doing without thinking. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you mean, but there's nothing wrong with that. That's just us. Once you, because all of us, well, I don't know about you guys, but all of us are kid at heart, right? And now that we have adult money, we spend it on things that we always desired when we were younger.
Totally.
You know what I mean? That we can get now. I don't see anything wrong with that. I mean,
look.
So, you bought a fucking Furby?
But it's been years.
How old are you to fucking know what a Furby is? No, shit up.
Yo.
I'm just kidding. Is that the one that talks back?
Yeah. But it's
my
sleeping.
God. Okay. Yeah. I mean, I wanted one too when I was a kid. That's cool.
Yeah. Anyway, I think that's a situation like this, but there's nothing wrong with that kind of situation you created with choice that you made that were not really think of. It's just listen that you can learn from it. That I will not have learned. Because of that car situation, managing my money and the value of stuff, I'm just oh, okay, I need to get my shit together. Next time, when I'm gonna shop for...
Now you know it's a bigger commitment.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I learned so much. So, yeah, ouch. I think that's why I don't live with regrets too. I don't have any regrets in my life.
Just so I know, because I know you're gonna watch this. This is what I meant by girlfriend level. I'll send this to you after.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Any other question, Kei? Last one.
This is a good one, which I don't know if we can all answer it, but I feel as if me and Rosaly can. But you know what? We'll start with you guys first, Jay and I. All right. How many days do you guys withhold sex before you guys end up dipping? Like leaving? How many days? So like basically if you're getting to know a girl and she doesn't give it up to you, how many days does it take before you're like, all right, fuck this, I'm just gonna move on to someone else?
Oh, for me, like that.
I already know the answer for both of them. That's why I started with them, both of them first.
For me, it was never important, so I don't really know on like how many days specifically.
I knew that was coming. Jay, how about you?
If I was actively seeking it, I don't know, maybe 2 weeks.
How many dates? If
I'm
within
sorry,
that 2
dates
weeks
or days?
No. I'm like 2 weeks makes sense, but let's say you saw the girl like let's say you saw her like 3 times a week or something. Like you went on, or no, that's too much.
Wait, how many
let's
days?
say you went on.
That is a lot. So
Dates or days?
No, it's days. He answered it right. I'm just asking him like, let's say you saw the girl like
days, I guess.
like two dates a week.
Oh, dates.
Let's say you saw her 2 dates a week. Are you still dipping after 2 weeks?
Well, let's say I was on a third date and nothing still happened, and I'm just
Yeah.
I just lose hope.
Okay.
But
All right.
2 weeks if you want to, like maybe 3 weeks if it's 3 dates. Maybe 1 date a week.
All right. Rosaly? Look at Rosaly.
Okay, it's depend on
Rosaly, if the guy's not giving you the D, right? How many days does it take before you be like, all right, I'm done with this?
the Rosaly of today. The Rosaly of 2 days is like, I don't fucking care about the D because now I have so many toys that I can enjoy myself by myself.
Oh.
But
Not the answer. I was just,
yeah, but like
butt stuff. Sorry, go ahead.
if I'm like, for me it's really hard to not have physical contact when we start like where we are on the stage of we are interested, like we both know we are interested to each other and we keep seeing each other and stuff. It's really hard for me to not try to be close. And mostly when I met people the first time or second time, I'm drinking a little bit, so I'm feel way more horny that way. So sometimes I want sometimes that's what happened, you know, but it depends on the mood. If I'm really, really interested in that person and I don't need, like, sex for me doesn't, like, rule my relationships. Before I was thinking about this, like, I was in my head, like, if we don't have sex every day, like, he's gonna stop loving me. You know, that's what I was thinking. Like, that's the kind of, like, culture I grew up to. Now I'm just
but
like,
this is a guy. This is like right now. You're getting to know a guy. You're not dating.
Yeah,
him.
we getting to
So
know.
what
we
would
don't.
you do now?
I don't need the D. I don't need the D if we're getting to know each other. But sometimes it just happened because I have my way to get the D anyway. So,
well, how many? So for you, how many days if the guy just doesn't fuck you or give
to be
you
honest,
the
if
D
after
before you dip?
If we, like, for example, the first date, nothing happened, fine. But we text and it gets spicy. We send pic and stuff. Second date can be fine. But if after the first date we don't like have any like spicy shit going on, and he asks out for the second date, but his attitude doesn't change, like it doesn't try to like hold hands, for example, or just like try to be more affectionate. And after the second date, like it doesn't get spicy in the DMs or anything, I dip. Like I'm just like, oh, we're gonna be friends.
See?
You,
Okay,
you
all right. That's what I was waiting for.
like you need to show me like you can be like, oh, I want to take my time, but like girl, you look stunning, like I would have done you can like tell me dirty stuff without giving me the D, and I will be like, oh, the guy is interested. Maybe I'm biased by that, but I'm just like, bro, if you want me to go out with you and if you want me to keep like going out with you, you need to show me interested, because I can please myself alone. So why will I keep like going out with you? You know what I mean? If you don't show me that you want me to.
Yeah, so basically for Rosaly to date someone, right? First date, you gotta shuck her oyster.
No, she's saying it was fine though.
It was the first
So by,
date. I
like,
can understand that you can be nervous, you can be shy, you don't. But after the first date, if you don't like compliment or text me or like, I will try to like tease you. So if you don't respond and if you keep it like super like PG-13, I will be like, oh, okay. I will not initiate it a second date. You will need to initiate it like the second date. You know what I mean?
So at least by the second or third date, which is probably
Sorry, oyster what?
2 to 3 weeks. 2 to 3 weeks you're dipping.
Yeah.
Or second or third date. Because usually I think the average is 1 date a week. So
yeah, exactly.
So
but if you keep
so by like the second or
if
third
you
date.
keep playing hot and cold, hot and cold, and hot and cold, that still turn me on too. So I will keep crushing and keep wanting more. I think that's this, you know, for me, that turn me on. It's like, even that we cannot have sex, if you still entertain me with it, with the hope that we'll get it, I will still be interested.
Good, pretty good answer. Pretty good.
So, you know.
Right.
Just once in a while, pour some salt on that oyster.
Yo.
And then when that oyster is ready, you
if I start talking like flirting, saying stuff way bad, like way dirty, that you're in shock, it's because I'm interested to you. I realize that too. I realize as a female, I can say anything and like to a guy, and it's privilege too. Like, I realize my privilege. Like, I can say like, I will like choke you between my thighs until you fucking die, man.
Oh, yeah.
And like, I don't know, like saying fucking like the weird shit ever, and it will still be like, oh, that girl is so hot. You know what I mean? But if a guy was doing this shit, it would be like, what a creep. You know what I mean? I realized that, and I was like, okay, I need to censor myself, because sometimes I'm saying this without thinking about it, just to entertain and make people laugh. But yeah, he's taking it a hard way. But if I'm saying stuff like,
oh, it's harder, right?
I want to make you drown.
You don't fuck me good, I'm about to give your mom a chow show love.
But yeah, I think that's another like thing that I think it's shocking as a girl, like to be able to do it without any like repercussion. But if a guy was doing the same, it would be like, that's so wrong. You know what I mean? And I realized that.
How?
Because it's creepy if you tell a girl, I will put you in the corner and put my dick in your...
Oh, you're talking about... Okay, you're talking about like, yeah.
You know what I mean? I feel like as a girl...
It depends on how you say it. You know?
Yeah, but...
Because some guys, they are a bit cringy when it comes to texting, that they don't know how to sext. That's the word, sexting.
Yeah, but sexting is so boring. I hate it.
Rosaly was talking about her saying that to guys like face to face.
Yeah.
And she can get away with it.
Like, I can make flirty joke like that. I will insinuate like, oh, I want to fuck you. But if he was doing this to me, I would be like, get the fuck out. You know what I mean? So I think that's why I'm lucky that like eventually the guy understand that I want more than just like a dinner.
He's probably clueless if he can't see that.
And I understand too, that's why most of them, like, I'm coming out too strong. The boys that, that intimidated them. and this is why sometimes it doesn't work. But that's fine.
It just means they can't handle you.
Or nobody can handle her. Not for this world.
Oh, bro. Yo, I broke one of my vibrator the other day, and I was just like, even this broke. Shit. I was so sad.
You broke what?
One of my dildo. And I was just like, even
You broke one of your dildo?
Shit.
I was just like, even that broke. That's so sad, right?
I think my dick just went back into my stomach.
Can you imagine?
I think my dick just got scared. I am imagining. That's why my dick went back in. Like it was like it's cold out, and you know when your balls dribble.
Yo,
But mine, it got scared when you said that it just went straight into my stomach, my balls.
I
and
hurt my
dick.
ex once
Oh my God.
because I was doing a reverse cowgirl and I was going too rough, and I hurt his dick. He was bleeding. I don't know what I did.
Whoa! Yo! What? Holy shit!
But I was not circumcised too, so maybe I was just going.
That was a red flag, first of all.
Yo, but I feel like it was the same position with my dildo too. That's why it broke, and I was just like, I must doing something wrong.
Whoever's watching or listening to this, you have to think
No wrong, but too strong.
You're doing, yeah, no, you're doing something wrong. But then again, I can't say the same because one time, I'm not gonna say her name. She was doing reverse cowgirl, right, on me and stuff like that, and then I accidentally thrust it too hard that she fell off the bed because she was facing out, and then I was like, pow, and then she just went doof, and I had to go back and pick her up. I'm like, oh my God, you okay? I'm so sorry. And she's like, stop, stay still. Let me just do the hip motion. I wasn't ready for you to thrust back.
How do you make a dildo? Holy shit.
It wasn't even a hard thrust. So I kind of understood because if I thrusted her like it was slightly and I thrusted her just slightly and she fell off the bed, and then you somehow did the same position as this girl and you fucking broke the dildo, so I can kind of understand. Yeah, maybe.
I can't understand.
I think all the guys listening and like even us, like our dick just shriveled up.
Back inside of all of us.
We all felt it.
Gotcha. All right. Thank you all for listening. It's your boy J.A.K. Kimchi Poppy. Coming at you from Echo Base. Nice being here again. Thank you all for listening. You can catch our adventures usually on Sundays at 9 p.m. Eastern. If not, you can always catch us, what is it? Usually Thursdays as well? In case we miss a Sunday? Tuesdays. Oh, it was Thursdays. Either way, you can catch all our adventures on Spotify, Apple, TikTok, you name it. Don't go to TikTok, please. And if you have any questions, feel free to drop them in our DMs or our IGs. Mine is KYON and ESLY. You can ask us anything, and we'll go ahead and answer it for you here at the podcast. That being said, this is your boy Jason. And remember, if you want to make her scream, you gotta be mean. Coming for that ass.
All right, guys. Hope you guys like this episode. Thank you for sticking through and listening to our kind of bullshit.
Yeah, it's a lot of bullshit.
And had some laughs. And this is Anh signing out. You can follow me on my Instagram at it's Anh, OHITSANH.
Nice. Thanks everyone for listening to the episode. I hope you enjoy it. And thanks again, guys. It was so fun. I missed you. It was fun. You can follow us on IG. We had a new account that we make since we got our older one banned. So don't forget to follow the _podcast on IG. You can also directly DM me on Twitter or IG at ROZEALY_. And also, I want to plug my Twitch channel. You can catch me live on Tipsy Friday, 7 p.m. Eastern Time on Twitch at ROZEALY. We hit the 1.5K followers. So thank you a lot. So you can see me there drinking and talking, playing games. So yeah.
I'm trying to figure out how did it got onto how did we got onto live on YouTube? I'm trying to figure that out.
That's a good question.
Are you gonna sing out, Kei?
Yeah, I'm gonna sign out. Thank my listeners to Integrate Podcast to always stay great. Jay, take it away.
この番組はグランスポンサーの提供でお送りします。